Good morning, friends of the internet. We are back again on our farm series. We actually have this beautiful, beautiful sky to contend with today. I mean, look how beautiful it is. There's so much work to be done. As you can tell, we actually got $158,000 in our account, and the reason that is I'll take you around and kind of show you what we did. So, if you remember, we had all that silage that we had in these bins. So I went ahead and I turned all that in and got rid of it because I was like, we need the money. So then I think if memory serves me right, we got that field over there replanted with canola as well. Another thing that I'd like to show you, where's this tractor? So what I did also off camera was I jumped into this tractor and I came over, and as you can tell, it's pretty filthy. So I actually came over here and planted all the trees that we needed. Now, what we did is we just bought pallets and pallets and pallets. I think there's like 8 pallets of trees here. So as you can see, we just made 2 rows of them here. We just put them really close. We just started, did one run, and then came back, did like 3 more runs in each row. So there's 4 rows or 4 runs in each one of these rows. So there's 4 pallets of trees here and 4 pallets of trees here. So we'll continue to do that as time goes on. We'll continue to stagger these across here. That way, when it comes time to harvest timber, we'll have plenty of timber available for us. But for now, I wanted to get those planted so they kind of, because I think it takes like 3 days for those to go ahead and plant. So I wanted to make sure that we had that kind of in the works and growing, and then we can come back and plant, another 4 pallets down one row each day, and then that way we won't have to worry about them, growing on us. So the first thing I'd like to do this morning, because I mean, look at all our tractors. Look at this. These tractors are just everything we own is just filthy. So I think the first thing that we should probably do is we should go ahead and buy ourselves a pressure washer. Let's buy ourselves a pressure washer because for $4,500, it'll keep our tractors good and clean. So let's see. How do I? There's a way that. Oh, there you go. I was gonna say there's a way that you can rotate this in here. I want this to be right there. So we're gonna buy this bad boy. Boom. There. It's done. So let's go ahead and back out of this. Now we got ourselves a pressure washer. So now what we'll end up doing is when we get done harvesting stuff and we're gonna put our tractors and equipment away, we can just come over here, grab our fancy little pressure washer, and just clean up all our equipment. Make sure we get all those tire tread, get those windows. We got to get up on top, make sure we get the roof, get the hood. Look at all that. Get that window good. Get those tires, get everything cleaned up. That way we look like we got ourselves a fresh tractor again. Looks so much better now that it's getting clean. Look at that. Get this weight good and clean. Get the front of it here. Yeah, boy. Look at that. Like brand new. Look at that. Shiny new. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so that's a good investment. Look how beautiful that tractor looks now. All right. So since we've got some money to work with now, we still got a lot of equipment to clean, but first things first. Okay. So we ended up buying. Oh, let's go this way. So we end up owning. We own Field 16. So what I was thinking of doing was buying like Field 19 or 20. That way we'd have a way to grow some more corn. Because right now we're still going to get stuck with, um, if we buy corn. Oh, and let me rephrase this too. Let me do something here too, because I did not show you this. So actually we have no loan either. So I paid back our loan plus we have 153,000. So we actually got 353,000 to work with. Just FYI. So that's what I wanted to show you there. Now this field over here, which field was it? Was it this one? I think it was actually the next one, but let's see what this field here costs. Because this would be a good field because it's right here next to the silo bin. We get a lot of corn out of this. I mean, eventually we're going to own this anyways as a cornfield, but um, let's see what we got here. So 87,900, huh? Um, let's look at the equipment first before we get too far. I want to make sure we're making all the right choices. So we already have a way to make silage with the trailer and the mower, which is difficult to do but can be done. Basically, any kind of field upgrades that we're going to do with the sewing machine, because right now we actually have this one, which will produce corn. So it does lay down corn at a slow pace, but it will lay down corn. This is ideally the one that we want later on, but it doesn't do corn. And this is the other one that we want that does corn and beets. So this is basically our corn one, but we want to do that once we start to get the fields very large. It would work on the field that we just looked at, but it's a little overkill this early on. We did do slurry tanks, so we should consider a slurry tank. Let's buy that. And let's buy this. Okay. Those two gives us a way to sow the field or to plow the field and to fertilize it at the same time, which is better than, I believe, than just the fertilizer spreader or the sprayers. So, with that being said, we have this cultivator now. We could get rid of it, which is, let's see what they sell that thing for. So I can trade it in for 47. I think I get more if I take it over to the thing, so I'll take it over there instead. Um, let's see, we've got canola field already. Let's see, what else could we do here? I'm trying to think. We could upgrade the header, which we really don't need. Let's get that field harvested because that field is ready, is it not? Let's go see if this field's ready. I think this field is ready. Oh no, it's not. Okay, so we still got to wait for this field to get caught up with us here. I thought that thing said it was ready though. Oh no, it says it's still growing. Okay. So it's completely growing. Because what I was thinking was we could sell this and start thinking about planting corn. Because we want to be able to have the corn as silage because it's so much better. But for now, that's just not going to be the case. So, let's go back to this really quick. Okay, so the silage is here. We were thinking about buying this because this produces silage. Now, the reason I didn't buy this earlier and I went with the mower instead was because we thought that we were not going to have enough corn to be able to fill up that silo. So it was better that we did the grass instead of this. And I think long term we should consider that. I think I'm going to hold off on buying this. I want to try to get to that. That's going to be the one that makes our life easy. But the problem is it's 415,000 for that as well as the head that goes on it, which is this one, which is 45,000. So it's going to cost us what, 160 or no, $460,000 to get this thing? A lot of money. So we're going to have to do silage again. So what I'll probably end up doing again is off camera. Let me clean this tractor up. So what I'll probably end up doing again is mowing a bunch of grass off camera and get our silage built up to maybe 2 more silo bins, and see if I can get us some more money in the bank because I'd like to get that before I go any further. I mean, we could buy that other field, but even if we buy it and plant corn, we can't harvest it with anything that we have. We can't harvest corn or for chaff, unfortunately, because we have none of the equipment for it. So that's where I'm kind of struggling right now. We do need to sell this other cultivator though, and then go pick up our new piece of equipment up there. So let's do that. Let's go pick up this cultivator here, because I'm going to end up buying 2 more of those little I didn't back up there good. Sorry. Okay, let's back this up better. There we go. Okay, let's go sell this thing because we're not going to need this any longer. We'll pick up our slurry tank and stuff over there. We'll go get it filled up. Hopefully, I'm hoping this tractor's enough to pull it and get it to work. I think it is if memory serves me right. It just goes really slow up the hills. So let's go up and sell this bad boy, pick up the slurry, pick up the attachment on the back of the slurry tank, and then we're gonna go and fill it up because we did do a ton of what do you call it? Silage, which gave us the slurry that we need to fertilize this field once the canola's done. Let's dump this in here. And boom. Okay, so they were going to give us 4,700 for it. What do they give us here for it? 56. So we got a little bit more out of it. So that's good. We'll take it. Did I sell it? Yeah, okay. I didn't know if I sold it there for a second. Okay, let's get this all loaded up. Get all this new, shiny, new equipment of ours. We got to start thinking about maybe upgrading some tractors too, because we're going to need some equipment here. Let's see if I can get this picked up this way. Come on. Crank it around. Oh, I'm a little off. If I can still get it. There we go. Perfect. Oh yeah, pulls a piece of cake. Now, if that's the same case when we actually fill it up, that'll be a different story. Now, we said we wasn't going to do cows, but the only way for us to actually physically get slurry is to actually do a bunch of silage or have cows producing. Now, the reason I didn't want to do cows earlier when we first started this series was because I was saying I didn't really need the fertilizer because I'm not going to do greenhouses, and we don't need the solid fertilizer. We do need the slurry. But to do slurry, to have them do the liquid, we still need to feed them, which is going to cost hay bales and all that kind of equipment. So I think for now we're going to hold off on this and see if we get enough slurry out of this system before we even consider cows. Because this here, if we whoops, let me do this really quick. Let me turn this on so you can see what I'm talking about here. So let me back up. You can see when you drive up to the tank, there's our normal. As you drive up to the tank, it says that there's 7% in here. Now, forget what this tank was. What's this tank? 16,000 or something? What is this? 18,500. So there's 60,000 in there. So we can fill this quite a few times, but you do go through it fairly quick when you fertilize the field. So basically what you do is make sure that your tank is highlighted. Pull up here. Boom. And there you go. So we'll get this bad boy filled up, and then this will be ready to fertilize the field. So what I think we'll do, because I don't want to fertilize, wait, how could I do this? I could plant this other field and then buy one of these fertilizer spreaders, this one on the back for 14. Let's buy that. Let's just do that. That'll help us on these start off fields. Because once you buy a field, it's ready to be planted. The only thing is it's not fertilized. So if we fertilize it really quick, we'll double our crop out of it, or maximize our crop, I guess I should say. Let's shut this thing off again. We don't need that on. Okay, now another thing that you can do is with these slurry tanks, and this is what I've done on my other world, is this. You can actually buy these, where are they? You can buy these bad boys here. 15,000, nothing. I mean, they cost you nothing, okay? And you put these over by the fields that you want to fertilize, and then you buy one of these tanks, and you can actually fill this tank up and drive it over to that and unload it. So you're not having to come back here with this little unit that we have all the time and fill it off of this. You can actually fill it off the big square container. So that's what we got to look at. Oh, this tractor is sluggish with this thing on there now. Look at that. It's like, look how slow it is going up that hill. Boy, we're going to have to consider a bigger tractor, I think. I was hoping I didn't have to buy one, but oh man. This is horrifyingly slow. Yeah, we're gonna have to consider another tractor, I think. Because this will, I mean, this will get the job done, but damn. Damn, damn. So yeah, so we're gonna have to buy one of those fields over there, get it pumped up full of some stuff, and then like I said, what I'll do is I'll spend some time and I'll get us some more silage in the bin, and we'll get that set up so that we can get some more cash. Once we get some more cash filled up, then we can buy some more equipment. Hopefully, get closer to that big crone because that's what we want for silage or for chaff. Because right now, this is the only field that we own is just this little one here. And you know, I don't know. Well, I already drove it down this far. I might as well just park it over here. Okay, so this is going to be ready for when we harvest this field. So let's go ahead and dump this off. Let's see. Well, I got a big old weight on this other tractor. So let's look at tractors really quick because it looks like we're going to need one here soon. Just kind of get a ballpark price range on these. I'm not going to go with the T4. I went with the T4 the first time and I didn't really enjoy it. Because you can attach a front end loader to it. 105. I went with this one, the T6. But that's not much bigger. What is this? 118 and 160. 118 and one. So it's not much bigger than that tractor there that we have. So that's not really a good upgrade. Now the Lamborghini goes 162, 220. This is a lot better choice, but man, it's 2 Gs or 200,000. But if we go up to the bigger tractor, it's 254,000. God, I just don't know which way I really want to go. I mean, this is a good tractor here, this blue one, this New Holland. Um, but it's kind of like you're stuck between. I like to own this one, the Lamborghini, and this one here, the Smart Track. And then I started buying these. So those were like my three main kind are those, that, and the Lamborghini. What's the difference between these two? 193, 162, 263. Hmm. A little more horsepower in this one, but I don't know. See, it's the ball hitches that get me sometimes. Um, which one should we buy? God, I don't know if we should buy one right now. I think we should harvest this field first, but it's not ready. I needed to dump this off. Oh man, this is gonna be. I don't even want to have to do this again. We're gonna have to pick this bad boy up again and mow. Man, I really hate doing that. We got that other tractor though. We got that Lamborghini. It's a little bit stronger tractor and will make this a lot easier. Um, and what about the pickup trailer? Let's look at the pickup trailers. Where are those at? The loading wagons. So I can go up. What's the capacity of this one? 21, 38, and 50. And I see I bought this one before. That's 88 grand though. But we could get this one and the big tractor maybe. Ooh. I'm gonna make my life easy and do that, I think. God, but then I'm gonna have to do a ton of silage. God, there's so many choices. You wanna spend money, but you don't wanna spend money, like, because I gotta fill this thing up like 7 times with this tractor to fill up that silo to 10%. And this is, what did I say? 21,000. So that's twice the size. So I'd only have to fill it up 3 times, but I mean, regardless, it's the same amount of work. It's just you're gonna have a bigger tractor. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy it yet. Whoop. There we go. So that's a setup. So I'm going to have to do this. I'm just going to have to get us some more some more grass. That's all there is to it. I mean, it's the only thing I'm going to be able to do because we need money. We just need more money. And because we don't have, I think I sold everything off. I sold all the crops that we had. Yes, we have no crops whatsoever. We sold it all. So the only money I got on the field or on the farm right now is what we have in our bank account and what I have here. So, unfortunately, this is the only way for us to make quick money right now is to do this, which sucks because it's the only way we can make some cash is to just drive around doing this. But if I do this off camera, then you guys don't have to watch me, 4 more episodes of me mowing. So what I'll do is, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end this video here in a minute, and I'm going to spend some time off camera, and I'm going to get all this grass done up, and I'm going to get probably another bend or two of silage set up and see if I can get it fermented, and then I'll unload it, get it unloaded for us, and get us some more cash, and then we should be able to move forward on this thing. But man, I really hate doing this, but this is the easiest way for us to make cash. I mean, because everything else is going to cost us mad amount of money. Oh, you know what we did do? We forgot to go get our fertilizer too. Let me go do that before I forget, because I forgot we bought that. Because what we're going to do is this is going to help us fertilize the fields that we're going to purchase. And then what will happen is it'll yield more crop for us on those recently purchased fields. So on the first harvest of the fields, when we purchase them, what we'll do is we'll purchase the field, we'll use this fertilizer, we'll fertilize it, and then we'll plant the crops, and then we'll get more out of them, and then we'll never have to use this thing again. So eventually, once we get all the fields bought, we won't have to utilize this anymore. But for $14,000 to start us off to yield a little bit more crops, yeah, I'll take it. It's a simple little unit. I'll show you what we do with it. We go down here to the fertilizer, and I bought one of the big, not the biggest sprayer, but I bought like the little back tractor sprayer when I first started playing this game. And it was great, but I think this is a lot more practical way to go. It doesn't have these big old folding arms that you got to unfold and everything and to spray. And it's not like the big tractor that has its big old folding arms too. It just makes it quicker just to be able to just run across the new field with this thing, lock it down, and you're done. So let's go ahead and pop this off so this will be ready. So you just pull up this little bad boy. Oh, here, let me show you this again so you kind of understand. It works just like the other one did. So when the implement on the bottom right of because you can see down here on the bottom right, I can switch between the front and the back. So once you go to the back, you pull up to this fertilizer here, you hit your R button, it'll go ahead and you can see it filling up with fertilizer. So then what we'll do is we'll take it over to the other field that we're going to purchase, and then we can go ahead and spray down that field before we do our planting. So there you go. So piece of cake, pretty simple to use. When you spray it down, the ground kind of turns a darkish color, so you know where you sprayed. So pretty simple to use for $14,000. It'll get us a little bit more yield on our crops. But all right, guys, I'm gonna have to end this episode here. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also follow us on Twitter. That way you know when we're posting the YouTube content and when we're live streaming. If you haven't checked us out on Twitch or YouTube Gaming, come hang out, be part of the audience. And until next time, guys, we will see your faces later.